Na. It's the D-O-double-G. No. Oh, boy. All right. Let's see here. Cancel. All right. One person. Hello, one person. How are you doing? Everybody will come in a little bit. Everybody's probably thinking I'm going to start at 5. Well, that's kind of the point. Get in here. Good talking to y'all. Snoop Dogg. No. Is it not working? Hello. Okay, Boggle hears me. It's probably your headset, Jimmy. I hear you. How you doing, Boggle? Yes, audio good. Thank you. I was like, my mic isn't even plugged in. I got it coming through the camera. If the camera is working, the audio should be working. Yes, the D-O-double-G. No, dog. Yep, my bad. You had me nervous, my friend. You had me nervous. Let me get this pulled up. I always stream when you're working on dinner. Always. I'm sorry. Go away. Edit. Cancel. Let me post to the Discord, get some folks over here. All right. How you been, Jimmy? What's the weather like out over there? At least just a big salad left to make to go with crock pot meal. Gotcha. Hey Ty, how you doing? What do you got in the crock pot, Boggle? Doing good. That's good. The weather is dull most days. Like, is it really hot there? You know, we clocked the hottest temperature for Death Valley this year. 130 degrees. And there were people going out there to see what it felt like. Bruh. 130 degrees. No, thank you. I know exactly what 100 feels like, and that's too much. Seasoned pork loin with cut onions, potatoes, and carrots. Oh, my God. See what I'm talking about, Boggle? The P and the O ain't nowhere near the J on a keyboard. You just got some JJs in there. JJ? The back meat is back meeting. Oh, God damn, it hurts. But we're going to spend about an hour and a half on here, 30 minutes of chatting, an hour on Campfire stories. I guess so, Boggle, because them J's just be popping up all over the place. It's like, just joking. Do you use JJ a lot? Like, just joking or anything like that? Anything over 80 is way too hot for me. Plus, our houses are really insulated, so rooms becomes wet boxes. You don't do that, Boggle? That's weird, man, that those JJs just end up in everything you type. I find it interesting, honestly. And am I correct that the UK doesn't have central heat and air? Is that correct? Did I learn that wrong? Hey Jake, how you doing? Someone told me that there's no air conditioning and that you got to use like fans and shit. I don't know. Could just be misinformation. I far prefer the cold, Ty. We have heating, but most won't have air conditioning. Okay. So it wasn't too far off base. And I think that's what I remember was there's no air conditioning, but over here they're pretty much the same unit. Most people anyways. There's a lot of people here that don't have air conditioning either. They have to do swamp coolers and fans and window units and all that stuff. Lousy fan. Ugh. Ooh. Now here's a question for you. Do your hotels have air conditioning? Like, because I'm just wondering about tourism. People coming from America, people go there all the time. Me too. I'd rather live in Alaska. I hate the heat and humidity. Me too. I don't mind the heat so much, but it's the humidity that bothers me. It's ridiculous. Yeah, people are dumb. Sorry, I just saw that, Ty. People are definitely dumb. Going out to play tourist in 130 degrees? No. Some hotels do, not all. Most shops have air conditioning, though. I was wondering, man. I can't imagine like going from here to go over there to visit and not have air conditioning. I ain't trying to sweat my balls off during a vacation. The crazy part about it is I grew up in California. I came of age in Alabama. So I was in California from 1980 all the way to 1995. Alabama from 95 to 96. Came back. I was in California again because the hurricane. I've told this story I don't know how many times, but we went back to California to live with family because we'd lost everything in Hurricane Opal. We were out there for another couple years, came back out here in 98, and then I was here all the way up until 2008 when we moved to Georgia for 2 years, and then Maine, and then from Maine we moved back down to Alabama. Hey Rodrigo, how you doing? Here's what makes it worse. I live in a very humid and hot place in Mexico. I lived out west, like I was saying, I lived out in California. And we used to take, before you needed a passport, this is how old I am. Before you needed a passport to cross the border, we used to go down to TJ all the time. Tijuana, all that. Had a blast. Because I couldn't handle the cold anymore, Jake. I had just had my second back surgery, and I was absolutely miserable. So we moved back down here, and yay, humidity again, just hot. Because there's a joke up in Maine that they only get 3 seasons. That's getting ready for snow, winter, or getting ready for winter, and mud season. Because once all the snow melts, there's mud everywhere. And summer lasts about 3 weeks to a month, and that's all we get. Maine is great. Don't get me wrong. I loved it up there. It was kind of awkward for Shell because there's no black people in Maine. There's like the whole time we were there, and I'm not joking. The whole time we were there, we saw 5 black people because Shell liked to joke and count. It's like, oh, look. And so it was awkward for her, but everybody treated us fine. The thing about up north is they hide their racism. Like down here, there's just as many racists in both areas. But up there, they're more pleasant to your face. It's when they get you alone, and when they're alone, they talk different than they do down here. If they don't like black people, they just tell you they don't like you. I almost prefer that down here because then you know who the hell to stay away from. Well, Maine is still very, very Republican, very conservative. What's her name? Susan something. Stephen King's always bitching about her, but The senator. I keep wanting to say Susan Collins. Yeah, it is Collins. Okay. But there ain't much difference between the political climate, the political social climate between the two places. So LePage is governor up there. King talked about him a lot too. Yeah, it's definitely a strong conservative presence up there. Everybody's super fucking nice. I mean, they're this far away from being Canadians. So, another thing you'll see in Maine is because it's so close to Canada, if you go to like a fast food restaurant, people will just leave their stuff on the table at fast food. You know, you don't have servers and wait staff and busboys and all that stuff at a fast food restaurant, but they will still just leave things out there. The good part about that is they'll also tip, and they're great tippers. But because fast food doesn't allow tipping, because it's really shady why they don't. Because if you receive a tip from someone, they have you on camera putting money in their pocket, your pocket. So there's no way to verify, you know, if your drawer comes up short, that kind of thing. That's what they use so that people in the fast food industry can't get tips. So all that money would go into the petty cash for the restaurant because we couldn't just give it back to them, because after they get done eating, they would just leave it on the table, and then we have to put it in the petty cash. I'd find that weird. Most places over here are very diverse. Yeah, most of America is. But when you get up to like the northern United States, period, like Montana, all that shit, very few very few people other than just white people. Boom. I wonder how busy it's going to be in here. Last time it was so busy I couldn't keep up with chat. I don't know. I find that the more streams I do back to back, the less people come in every single time. Is the person who put me on to a great undertaking in chat right now? I can't remember who told me about this dude, but me and him got to talking. I went over, commented on his videos, and Tuesday night we're going to be doing a live show at 8:30 Central Standard Time. The dude's really cool. Went over, checked out all his content, and I was like, I would love to have you on the channel. And one of the things that I immediately latched onto was, hey JB, how you doing? One of the things that I immediately latched onto is that he's usually 100% spot on with his critiques, what he likes and doesn't like about the same thing with me as far as King is concerned. Like, he doesn't like the awkward sex stuff. He's got other issues with King, the same issues I have. He's politically, he's on the same side of the fence. So it's going to be interesting because I got issues with numerous King creators. Either they get stuff wrong all the time, they don't like to be corrected, they like being wrong. Some of them just flat out lie when they do their videos, and I have not found that to be the case with Mr. Doyle. So it's going to be fun talking to someone live that knows just as much about King as I do. And I'm really looking forward to picking his brain. So anyways, Tuesday night at 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will have him live on the channel. And of course, it'll be up in perpetuity. It'll be up forever. I try to keep all of my all my interviews up as long as possible, if not forever. Yeah, I think it's time to reread the Dark Tower series. You should have a king off against him. Did you just dab? Dap? No, dap is the fist bump. Did you just dab? Isn't that what that's called? That might be only the second time in my life I've ever done that. Anyways, but no, it's not about. It's never been about competition with me when it comes to other content creators. I believe I have the highest follower count of any Stephen King content creator on YouTube. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I just don't get along with a lot of these folks. I'm like, it's just the egos get in the way, and they don't like being wrong. And me, I don't give a shit if I'm wrong or not. I will just correct myself and move along. But yeah, it's not about competition. And I know you're just kidding, but it's not about competition with Mr. Doyle, because he's I don't want to say he's on the same level as me, but that's kind of how I feel. It's going to be nice to talk to someone and, you know, not have to worry about drama in the King community. Anyone watch anything interesting as of late? I watched Fresh a while back. That's the last movie I watched, and I really liked it. Sebastian Stan was great. Yep, people are strange and have weird egos. This is true. But I am highly excited, looking forward to talking to him, and I hope you guys will join us. Na 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 na. Summer of '84 today. Thought it was great. I have not watched it yet. Was Samuel Jackson in that? In Fresh? No. Wrong Fresh. This is a cannibal movie from 2022. Fresh is a completely different movie. I know what you're talking about. That's a different movie. That's the one. It's yeah. That one's old as shit. It's like from the 80s or 90s, isn't it? I believe, if I remember correctly, the poster is of a kid with a high fade, and his name is Fresh. You showed your mom Oculus the other night. Did she like it? I think Oculus is just all right. In my opinion, that's Flanagan's worst movie. Even though it's good, it's still my least favorite of his entire collection. Yeah, I don't think she did. Is she not a horror fan? You started One Piece last night? That's cool. For the longest time, I didn't know it was. I thought it was just an anime. Well, I guess most anime is manga, or manga is turned into anime. But I had no idea that One Piece. In fact, you know what? For the longest time, I thought One Piece was a fighting game. She sometimes is, but I don't think she likes a lot of the stuff I show her. That's fair. My mother didn't like anything I liked. She's a completely different individual. I don't know where I got my taste from, other than Stephen King. We both shared a love for Stephen King, and that kept us together. See, I didn't find it creepy at all. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. You have, of course, have your opinion, but I didn't find it creepy at all. And I'm not a huge fan of Karen Gillian. In fact, when she was on Doctor Who, she was my least favorite companion. I haven't seen any of the Ouija movies. Even though I'm a Flanagan nerd, I don't know. It's just, yeah. I can't take anything about Ouija seriously. Ouija, whatever. Ouija board. Na-na-na-na-na. I've heard it's really good. I just can't bring myself because I can't take it seriously. Have you seen Clara? She's the worst companion. Yeah, I've seen I think every single season up until the new one with Jamie, whatever her name is. But yeah, Clara wasn't great either. My favorite is Martha, and then Donna. Rose was okay. I liked Rose, but I liked Rose with Eccleston. And Eccleston is one of the best doctors in my opinion. Only person better is Tennant. Ouija by Milton Bradley. I can't take possession. I got that problem too, Ty. Have you ever tried one? Yeah, I used to play it all the time when I was a kid. The Ouija board, man. We used to play constantly when I was young. I enjoy her as a companion until the last year or so. Then she and Rory drive me nuts. Yeah. Ninth Doctor has the best scripts. Yeah. I mean, there's some great stuff in 10's catalog, though. There's some really fantastic stuff. Bad Wolf, all that stuff. Oh, boy. Yeah. I mean, I do. You're talking about. Wait a second. You're talking about Origin of Evil? Yeah, you got to be talking about Origin of Evil because you're talking about the predecessor. So, I like I said, I wouldn't know. But Jodie Whittaker. Okay, that's her name. I keep wanting to say Jamie for some odd reason. Na. You're the one who likes her. Lazy just hates women. That's all that is. Lazy cannot stand women. Lazy is just like is the biggest misogynist I know, and that's saying something because I live in the South. I can't wait for this response. Hey, see. Hello, Dirty Harry's. Hey, Viking, how you doing? Tennant and Eccleston are my favorites. Matt was okay. Don't get me wrong. He grew on me after a while, but the only reason he grew on me was because I didn't have any other choice, and I loved the writing. Capaldi came in, and I was like, what? No Capaldi. No Capaldi. So I stopped watching after Capaldi. I got tired. I'm all about my sisters. I hope so, because you don't come off as that. I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know. I'm just saying the vibes you throw out into the world are definitely I hate my gender. I never thought I'd see the day when I called a woman the biggest misogynist I know. It took me a season and a half to get used to Capaldi. I tried so many times. I just couldn't do it. Man, it just, I don't know. I just don't like him. That's the problem. I don't like Capaldi himself. Uh, and I should, because the show he was on before that was just nothing but him cussing people out constantly. He was like a foul-mouthed house MD. But just, I don't know. It all felt forced coming out of him. Also rewatched Midsummer yesterday. Good movie. Good movie. I'm really looking forward to Beau is Afraid, but I haven't had a chance to watch it. Also, the whole reason we watched Fresh is I came across this TikTok where someone that I follow and that I trust gave 5 really good horror movies on Hulu, and I've only been able to watch one of them, and that was Fresh. And I want to try and watch the other 4. Actually, I've seen one of them. I can't remember which one it was, so I have 3 left to watch. I expect more from females. You males are like, oh, well, poor thing. He can't help. What? You males. All these broad generalizations or generalizations about broads. Oh, boy, that clip's going to get me canceled. The new Doctor is going to be incredible. I cannot wait. I didn't even know there was going to be a new Doctor. That's how far out of field I am on that show. Beau is Afraid is a lot, but the more I've thought about it, the more I like it. I think that's all of Astor's films. They're better in retrospect. Like I didn't enjoy Midsummer or Hereditary when I first watched them, but the second time I watched them, fantastic movies. Amazing movies. The best part about Hereditary is how everything services the end of the movie. There is so much in there that sprinkled throughout that, you know, the folks in the shadows, all that stuff, amazing stuff. Hello, Furito. Frito? Yo, Wayada. Hi, Pam. Where's Pam? I don't see Pam. Where's Pam? Oh, there's Pam. Hi, Pam. I'm sorry. I completely missed you. I apologize. And hello. Thank you, Lazy. Yeah, I like Midsummer. You must have missed the beginning. I didn't like it the first time I watched it, but upon a second viewing, I liked it. Hello, Sir Excelsior. Why the angry emoji face? She's the one that says Pam. Huh? I'm glad, Douglas. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We got 5 more minutes, everybody, and then we're going to jump into the campfire story. How it works is I'm from Sweden, and that's not really how we celebrate. Oh, yeah. I know. Trust me. I have really good Swedish friends, Thomas Stromquist, a bunch of other people. I was learning Swedish at one point in time. I understand that's not your culture. It's just a movie. Just a movie. But anyways, so at 5 o'clock, I am going to read what we wrote last time, and then we are going to spend an hour adding more to it, and hopefully we can finish it up. But I'm going to start off by reading what we wrote last week, and then we're just going to continue. I like Donna. Donna was Martha, of course, for very specific reasons, was my favorite companion because she reminds me of my wife. But also, Donna was great. I love Donna. Love you. Thank you. Thank you. What time is it there, Fredo? Glad to hear last week's, even though I was sitting here. Let's see how my Swedish is. Jag tycker om bockor. Jag tycker om bock. I'm so much better typing it out. But I spent quite a bit of time. It's midnight there. Yeah. I spent so much time talking to my friend Thomas, and then for the longest time we didn't talk, and I'm completely out of practice. But I can still, I think I can still write it out. The thing that fucked me up the most in your language was turtle. What is it? Fullpada? And then the one for smorgas, I'm probably butchering your language, but for sandwich, there was a couple of words that I literally could not pronounce no matter how hard I tried, and I probably murdered them this time too. It's a good thing that you folks over there learn English in school. Like, it's mandatory that you guys learn it. So, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But because smorgas, yeah. Is that right? Smorgas? Did I say it wrong? I probably did. I was this close to being fluent too, but it's not like riding a bike. Once you stop using it, you're going to forget it. It's pronounced Steve. I have some stuff in Svenska. Yeah, Svenska. Yeah. Give me a second. There it is. So, while we're waiting to get started, I have this, and then my buddy Thomas also sent me the English translation, and this is how I learned. That's how I was learning. So, but anyways, so you used to be able to read French pretty well. But you're way out of practice. I got that. All right, since there's about 12 people in here, Chad Lutzke's new book is out. Chad Lutzke's book is out. Go buy it. Broad Street Bastard. Broad Street Bastard. Go check it out. Give my dude some love. The homie Chad got a new book out. All right. Now, he's not paying me to do that. I just want to see him successful. You studied French a long time ago. The only thing I remember in French wasn't even taught to me in school. It's the Megadeth song "A tout le monde, à tout le monde, à tous mes amis, je vous aime, je dois partir." Lacey takes issue with the street being abroad. Lord Jesus. Anyways, y'all goofy as fuck. Y'all completely goofy. All right, so Knick-Knack is the name of the story. Knick-Knack. It was 5 to midnight on the last night of the Junior Rangers. I need to put an apostrophe. Junior Rangers camping trip. The clown chimed in the darkness, powered by the cable running from its side down his legs and into the generator. His nose glowed red, and his eyes promised hell. I love that line. The screams had long died down. The clown had accepted his fate and whatever the junior campers had in store for him. The junior campers were pooped from carrying the heavy generator. Ranger Master Carl was fast asleep in his tent. Carl had brought the clown from home, but he was unaware of the havoc to come. No one thought it would work, but after Carl went to bed, the campers plugged it in to see if it would work. This already feels like a Goosebump story. Carl lay sleeping, oblivious to the threat. Rain whispered on the flimsy vinyl roof as a light breeze flapped at the tent. Tinkling music continued, soft and soothing, hypnotizing like a snake charmer. Eddie Hargrove, the camper's ringleader, sawed off the clown's nose with his pocket knife and taunted him with it. And I'm going to do, and taunted Knick-Knack with it. And taunted Knick-Knack. Suitcase and Knick-Knack, you big dummy. As the campfire blazed, the clown's broken calliope mixed with his screams of torture. As Eddie removed Knick-Knack's nose, he looked to Jimmy Hoffmeyer over by the Jenny and said, "If he moves again, jolt him again. If he moves again, jolt him. Let's make this last." At the stroke of 12, Knick-Knack's eyes narrowed and focused on the campers. A sinister, maniacal laughter escaped his unmoving lips as the generator sputtered and died. Knick-Knack's eyes glowed red through the smoky haze of the Jenny's exhaust. Knick-Knack, even less a nose, could smell the children's fear. To Eddie's shock, he realized he could faintly smell popcorn and funnel cake. Carl, having awakened to the clown's laughter, burst from the tent, screaming, "What are you doing? You don't know what you're playing with." Carl switched on the flashlight. In the beam, Knick-Knack began to dance a slow waltz. His head tilted. The body jerked. The dirge played on. Yeah, it's not anywhere because it's just in my Word doc. So we're continuing on from here. That and the chant from Amela my dubella, that one. Did I leave early? I guess you must have. Hey Solvents, how you doing? Yeah, we give lines to help create the story. It's in French? Really? I had no idea. Hey Zeely, how you doing? Of course, everybody's trickling in after I read what we already had. 40 pages left in Mr. Mercedes. First King book I've read. Really enjoyed it. It's a good book. It is a good book. In my opinion, the other two in the series aren't as good, but they're still good. They're still a hell of a lot of fun. I've been following this channel a long time, but I never caught it live. Well, welcome in. All we're doing tonight really is we are continuing the story that I just read. If I have to read it again, that's fine. But how do I spell that? What? How do you spell what, Fredo? Knick-knack? Oh, cot. Cot is with an A. Yeah. What Jimmy said. You were close, and it does look like it needs to. It sounds like it needs to have an O. Anyways, let's get going. I only have an hour for you guys tonight. You know how game night goes. I got to leave here at least by 6, at the latest 6:30, because my back meat is hurting. You're welcome. All right, so I forgot that Knick-Knack got 4Ks in it. I forgot about the 2 in the middle too. There was a couple times in here that I just typed it out with only 1K in the middle. But you got to have them 4Ks. You don't want the triple K. Hey, Haley, you're fine. You're fine. We're about to get started, though. Yeah, we need an inciting incident. Well, Carl has burst out of the tent with his flashlight. 4K clown, high def. I know, Fred. You're doing fine. Don't worry about it whatsoever. Trust me, there are people in here that don't speak any other languages that murder the English language all the time. I promise you're all right. Don't worry about it. Don't be self-conscious about it. We are perfectly fine because you know multiple languages. Most of us only know the one, okay? I need to pajamarize and grab a snack and get stuff ready for tomorrow. Then I'll be with you. All right. Like Viking or Boggle Queen. You feel good now? Good. I'm glad. Just kick back, relax, grab some snacks, and let's tell a story together. You spoke Inquish gooder? Yes. Like I said, I always get a kick out of, I literally think it's foolish for someone who only speaks one language to pick on someone who speaks multiple languages and might not speak one of them very well. You're still doing more than most of these people who complain about people not being able to speak their language. I don't have snacks, just beer. Hey, that's fine too. But Boggle can't type a damn thing. Boggle serial kills the language. Yes, and we love Boggle. Boggle will probably be in and out of here. I think she's working on dinner again. She's always working on dinner when I'm streaming. I hate it because I like having her here. You speak English and Swedish? That's one more than most everybody in here. We are carrying on with the clown. You guys want me to read it one more time? It isn't that much. It's only 327 words. I used to get mad at... Oh, Lucy for, making fun of Ricky? Yes. My dad thought that was the funniest thing on earth, though. Your ADHD would like that? Okay, I'll read it one more time, Excelsior. Okay, all right, that's fine. So, yeah, I'm gonna wait for Haley to get back. We're burning the candle, but that's all right. All right, Viking. Be nice. Be nice. I know it's lazy, but still be nice. I'm sorry. I am in a mood tonight. My ADHD would like it too. Everybody here's got ADHD. I don't know what that is, but I got 80 of them. No, I'm just kidding. I know, I know. That's what I was talking about. I know what he was doing. You got some explaining to... I get it. But she had just said JDHD. See what I mean? It's the J's out of nowhere. I got diagnosed when I was a kid, JB. It didn't get any better. Is a PETA? You missed stuff in the street. Yeah, I know. Do we want to give these junior rangers and knickknacks some background? Or no, I don't think we need that. Remember, with this story, the only thing we're going for is like a scary stories to tell in the dark or an adult goosebumps kind of deal. We're not going to get anything done. We're not getting anything done tonight. Probably not. Probably not. I got diagnosed when I was 7. I'm over 30 now. Gotcha. Haley's almost ready. Haley is it's the countdown for Haley to join us. Haley now has sports fans. Haley now has pajamas coming on. Pajamas are going on. We're in the top of the first. How do people do that thing where they're like, is that, can any, oh, I did it for a split second. I can't do it. Yeah, same with autism. Yeah. You can do it. Jake can. Y'all are just some talented motherfuckers. Y'all know that? If you can hear, like if you're walking around with a headset or something, I'm going to go ahead and read it one more time. And that way we can move on from there. That's cool. You can't. I can't figure it out either. It's just like people who can whistle with their or the whatever. My hands can do a lot of things, but not okay. All right, so the story is called Knick-Knack. And this is what we have so far. It was 5 to midnight on the last night of the Junior Rangers camping trip. The clown chimed in the darkness, powered by the cable running from his side, down his legs and into the generator. His nose glowed red and his eyes promised hell. The screams had long died down. The clown had accepted his fate and whatever the junior campers had in store for him. Yeah. The junior campers were pooped from carrying the heavy generator. Ranger Master Carl was fast asleep in his tent. Carl had brought the clown from home, but he was unaware of the havoc to come. No one thought it would work, but after Carl went to bed, the campers plugged it in to see if it would work. Carl lay sleeping, oblivious to the threat. Rain whispered on the flimsy vinyl roof as a light breeze flapped at the tent. Tinkling music continued, soft and soothing, hypnotizing like a snake charmer. Eddie Hargrove, the camper's ringleader, sawed off the clown's nose with his pocket knife and taunted Knick-Knack with it. As the campfire blazed, the clown's broken calliope mixed with his screams of torture. As Eddie removed Knick-Knack's nose, he looked to Jimmy Hoffmeyer over by the Jenny and said, "If he moves again, jolt him. Let's make this last." At the stroke of 12, Knick-Knack's eyes narrowed and focused on the campers. A sinister, maniacal laughter escaped his unmoving lips as the generator sputtered and died. Knick-Knack's eyes glowed red through the smoky haze of the Jenny's exhaust. Knick-Knack, even less a nose, could smell the children's fear. To Eddie's shock, he realized he could faintly smell popcorn and funnel cake. Carl, having awakened to the clown's laughter, burst from the tent screaming, "What are you doing? You don't know what you're playing with." Carl switched on a flashlight. In the beam, Knick-Knack began to dance a slow waltz. His head tilted. The body jerked. The dirge played on. No one is rooting for Nickelback. No one is going to root for Nickelback. Nickel is Nickelback. Anywho. So what do you want to do as far as, let's say, Carl has burst from the tent hollering, "What are you doing? You don't know what you're playing with." And then he turns on the flashlight, and in the beam you see the little clown dancing like this over here. What is it? The clown's already illuminated, JB, because the. By the way, do you ever read longer stories? I have in the past, yeah. The image of the clown dancing against the fire, burning in the boy's eyes. I kind of like the image of the clown dancing against the fire. Is there a fire? We got it, Jenny. Was there a fire? If not, we need to add Chekhov's gun. We got to add the fire, and then the fire has to be important. I don't think there's a fire. I don't. Hang on. Let me do a. Campfire doesn't. Oh, it's the campfire blaze. There was a campfire. My bad. My eyes weren't. There's a fire. It's a camp out. There's a fire. Isn't it raining though? It is raining. We got all different kinds. Let's continue on. Let's stop worrying about this and just move on with the whatever. Ooh, I like this, Pam. Carl, with horror in his eyes, ran for Knick-Knack. He drew his leg back and punted the clown into a nearby tree. We're gonna do editing. We're gonna do editing later. So if some of this doesn't read right to you guys, then we'll fix that later. Oh yeah, let's put the rain put out the fire. Where can I find the longer stories? I want to listen to more stories. They're all live streams. I'm not sure any of them are still listed, but if you join the Discord, they're over in YouTube announcements. You're just going to have to scroll through all of them. But usually I read them at the end of game night. Ooh, hang on. I like what Zoop just said. Give me a second. Hang on. We'll have the fire. We'll have the fire dynamite. Don't let me forget to kill the fire with the rain. The clown's shadow grew darker, impossibly dark. The flashlight skittered. The flashlight's beam skittered over the ground as Carl tried to find the clown. He landed on it as Knick-Knack sat up. The shadow behind the toy stretched, growing bigger. Impossibly dark. Far darker than the surrounding woods. All right. Kill the fire. Let's kill the fire. Let's see here. Ooh, Pam, I like that. I like that. Yeah, the chat's writing the story. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, we're all putting this together. All right, so let's far darker than the surrounding woods. Okay. Nick Knack stood. And it seemed as though the clown grew larger than before. It staggered forward, inhaling like a bellows. Leaning forward, it loosed a great breath. The fire died. There we go. We got there. It's not great, but we got there. I will be here when I'm sober someday. Yeah, it is raining. Yes. I'm just watching and listening to it being put together. I'm helping with spirit. All right, that's fine. The ground within the darkness crumbled away. So, ooh, I like that, but we can't have that yet. Ooh, look at you, Excelsior. I like that. The buzz. The buzz of the heavy droplets hitting the fire were like the sound of suicidal insects. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do knick-knack. I'm gonna splice together what Pam said and what Jake said. So it's gonna be knick-knack stood, and it seemed as though the clown grew larger than before. Because we got to still have the light on. The light of the flames disappeared from the boys' eyes as they turned their gaze toward the sound of the clown's metamorphosis. I got it right. I like this. All right, so now it says knick-knack stood, and it seemed as though the clown grew larger than before. The light of the flames disappeared from the boys' eyes as they turned their gaze toward the sound of the clown's metamorphosis. It staggered forward, inhaling like a bellows. Leaning forward, it loosed a great breath. The fire died. It pretty much, campfire stories is what you would tell around a campfire, so we're staying pretty much with electric clown plus rain, bad news, kids. This is true, but the generator died, so it has no more electricity. Carl dropped the flashlight. Why would he drop the flashlight though? I mean, if it was me, I'd be white knuckle on that fucking flashlight. Hang on. I'm also going to put the buzz of heavy droplets hitting the fire. I'm going to change where it is. I'm going to put it between these two paragraphs. Trust me, it'll work. I'll read it later. The flashlight needs to die too. Right. Like, we need to have a reason for him to drop. How about, what if Knick-Knack leaps at Carl and he hits him and the flashlight goes flying? What about that? Knick-Knack's laughed a lot so far, JB. Right, exactly. Why would someone drop the flashlight? So we need to have a reason. Their sight adjusted to the increasing darkness, and they could. All right, so the fire died. Knick-Knack lunged into the beam of the flashlight light. Carl screamed. The flashlight bounced away, broken and lightless. Whatever. It's there we go. Hey Jude, how you doing, man? I ain't seen you in a while. Flashlight starts to become extremely hot. We'll just do it. We need some action. We need something going on. So, all right, let's go up here. The boys. I need to see Jake's stuff. So give me a second. I'm not looking at new chat yet because I'm gonna work Jake's into this. Their sight adjusted to the increasing darkness, and they could just barely make out the growing silhouette of a creature that. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Almost like that movie Clown, or the Jack in the Box from Krampus. Scared of him growing. All right. Knick-Knack lunged into the beam of the flashlight. Carl screamed. The flashlight bounced away, broken and lightless. Ripping, chewing, gnashing sounds. Bounded about the woods. Ripping, chewing, gnashing sounds bounded about the woods, echoing into the distance. All the while, the boys remained wrapped, stuck in place by fear. I have to get to the point where Jake's makes sense. Their sight adjusted to the increasing darkness. They could barely, you don't need just for barely. They could barely make out we've said growing a lot. I'm trying the lengthening silho, I always get this word wrong, silhouette of a creature that no longer was what it had been. I don't like when the torture began. I think that's a little bit too much. I like the punchiness of their sight adjusted to the increasing darkness. They could barely make out the lengthening silhouette of a creature that no longer was what it had been. Boom! I liked it. What's the game? We're writing our own story. We're playing in the world of make-believe. Or it could be like the clown puts thoughts in their heads, like whoever is holding the flashlight. We're dangerously close to it. Trying to stay away from that. Each kid grabs a branch as if it will help. That's cool. I like that. The boys scattered, looking for weapons, but all they could find in the gloom was thin, rotten sticks. Oh yeah, I write. I do some writing every now and again. I'll do just a little bit of writing, just a little, about that much. Expanding or spreading instead of growing. I like expanding, Gabriel. Let me change it to that. The expanding is so much better than lengthening. I love that. I love it. The ground splits open. Unearthly. This clown got all different kinds of powers. This is what happens when multiple people write a story. So let's just stick with creature feature, like it was like the whatever. We don't have to explain it, but let's stick with the thing being a thing. All right, Jake. Thank you. Have a good night. You had some great stuff tonight. Appreciate you. Trembling in the darkness, they strained to hear against the ragged wheeze of their heavy breathing and the thumping of their pounding hearts. A soft jingle, rustle of pom-pom shoes. Ooh, Lord. Haley out here giving us that good shit. Trembling in the darkness, they strained to hear over the ragged wheezing of their breaths and the thumping of their pulses in their ears. Dun, 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 dun. Soft jingle jangle. Yeah. A rustle of pom-pom shoes through fallen leaves. Ooh, that should give me chills. That'd be good. I like that shit. I like that. A shotgun. So the clown can shoot laser beams out of his eyes. Shut up. He's got the Green Lantern ring and the shotgun. Fuck off. I'm always looking to see the toys in your background moving. The clown will just, and this is no bullshit, Fredo. The clown in the background will just start playing music randomly. It's hella creepy. The rustle of pom-pom shoes. God damn. The rustle of pom-pom shoes through fallen leaves. All right, we got two characters we need to mention. We're probably gonna have to go we're gonna have to do some rewriting because our POV is all over the place. It's sometimes omniscient, sometimes from Carl, sometimes it's a mess. But we'll figure it out. Should Nick Nack have a catchphrase? Sure. I mean, it's a short story though, so we'd have to add it earlier too, so that it's But yeah, we can 100%. We can do damn near anything we want. We just have to stick to what's this thing doing? What is this thing? What can it do? That kind of thing. I really like the idea of this thing just being a creature that grows outward and just mauls. But we have Carl, I assume, is dead. Eddie Hargrove and Jimmy Hoffmeyer, and we didn't give I Am Iron Man. The catchphrase is for the merch. All right, we gotta get somewhere. Okay, so what do we have on hand right now? We got a broken flashlight. The fire's out. We have the Jenny. The Jenny has gas in it. Remember that. So this is what you do. This is, as far as writer's workshop, this is what you do when you come to this point in the story. You go, okay, what is on hand? What have I already built up? If you don't have anything on hand and you figure out what you want to do, you need to go back earlier into the story and add that in. It's Chekhov's gun. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Oh boy. Oh my God, that is so fucking creepy. Nick Nack sang, because he be sang-a-langin'. Nick Nack sang. Oh boy. Ooh, shit. Ooh, JB, that's good. Ooh, that's good. I like that. Ooh, goddamn. Ooh, it's creepier the way it's right. Yeah, but anyways, what I'm gonna do is when we're done, I will of course read it all to us, and then I will upload the audio to the channel, and I'll give everybody credit. Everyone who was here for the last one. I will go back and count all the people who hey, J-Rod, just popped in to say hi, and sorry I had. Oh, you're fine. All right, well, y'all enjoy your dinner. your dinner, J-Rod. Have a good night. I just got to get up for a second and move around because my tailbone is throbbing. I'm still here. I just can't see chat. Shell threatened last night that she was going to lock the office and take my keys if I didn't take a day off. So yeah, tomorrow I ain't doing shit. Ugh. I got a bad back. Need a backiotomy. For those of you that don't know, this ain't fire behind me. I have a fog machine. Hey, Bookable. Can you have a short POV from the clown? We could, yeah. I mean, we're in omniscient anyway, so we might be able to finagle all different kinds of things. His voice can have some interference, like that's good. Music can come in along with with infernal stuff. I like that. His voice was like radio static. Legalize that good. His voice, its voice. I don't want to go with, well, if I do it and I'm talking about a clown, but it is a toy. His voice, oh boy. His voice, like radio, like radio static, underlined with haunting calliope music. Ugh. We got a Jenny right there. The Jenny has the Jenny has gasoline in it. If one of the kids was like thrown onto the fire or something, and the embers underneath, I don't know, but we have it. Sorry. Crackly. You can leave me off the credit. I'm not contributing anything. Okay. All right. But the Jenny did the generator died. So there's no more. It's almost like the damn electricity was keeping him alive because it got worse after everything died. We're incinerating children now. Read my books. No child is safe. He is electricity. That's an interesting one. But I mean, it's been raining, so if you go out in the woods tonight, you might have a big surprise. Knick-Knack the Clown creeps in the dark, ready to rip out your eyes. For every child afraid of the dark summons this demon with their heart. Ooh, can I copy this? I'm gonna put that at the very beginning in italics, like it's like an old wives' tale or something. Damn it, it won't let me copy and paste. Copy. Oh, yes, it is, but for some odd reason, it's not showing up. Hang on. I'm gonna have to type it out. Hang on, guys. Hang on. If you go out into the woods tonight, you might have a big surprise. Knick-Knack the Clown creeps in the dark, ready to rip out your eyes. For every child afraid of the dark summons this demon with their own heart. Your poetry. I typed knock-knack. That's sexy as hell, Haley. I like that a lot. Yes, Jesus. I'm literally gonna put old wives' tale. Ooh, Lord Jesus. That's smexy. All right. Neon, what are you talking about? We've always incinerated children here. Tonight's the night the demon clown rips your guts out. These children would cut off your nose. Exactly. P.S. Still like knick-knack, paddywhack. He's definitely going to be, knick-knack, paddywhack. Let's see here. What can we plumb from that? Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. We could have Carl's head rolling down the side of the mountain at the end. And have, it didn't fit all in one? Hang on. I just read it, though. Tonight's the night the demon... their own heart. Tonight's the night the demon clown rips your guts out. Ugh. If you go out into the woods tonight, you might have a big surprise. Knick-Knack the clown creeps in the dark, ready to rip out your eyes. For every child afraid of the dark summons this demon with their own heart. Tonight's the night the demon clown rips your guts out. Something about the cadence. Hang on. I don't know. We'll come back to it. Nicholas Nakatorium III. Love you too, J-Rod. See you later. Yeah, sure sounds like something right at the beginning. Haley's great. Her poetry, all that stuff. Old wives' tale. Yep. The kids come up with a plan. They all gather in front and trip the giant clown on top of a tent. All together, they roll him on top of the embers. But we could do that. We could have it close to that, and then they could pour gas on him. Because even with it raining, the fire might be out, but we still have white-hot embers. Maybe the clown collects the heads of children. It can be anything. For some reason, I imagine you rolling to my home, murdering me. No offense. That's actually funny. All right. We might be able to do something with that, Gabriel, but let's continue on. We can always go back in editing because I'm running out of time, my friends. Hour 14. We got like 15 minutes left before I at least need to take a break. But at the same time, I promised Shell so she doesn't murder me. Bruh, wouldn't that be awesome the next morning if the kids... Yeah, I don't have much time tonight, Fredo. So, like, at the end, someone comes across the camp, and the kids' heads are floating from strings, like tied. For whatever reason, they're able to float. We're getting very close to Pennywise again, but it doesn't matter. It's not like we're selling this fucking thing. You can hear in the distance maybe the clown, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Oh, hang on here. Next line. Oh, all right. Knick-knack sang, oh, boy. Like radio static. underlined with haunting calliope music. Nick, Knack, Patty, Whack, give a clown a bone. Knick Knack, shot forward. Hang on. Give the clown a nose. Yes! Fuck yeah, Pam. Give a clown a nose. Tackling Eddie Hargrove into the. That's fucking awesome. Good job, Pam. Very good job. Make balloon animals out of their intestines. There's a movie called Stitches, I think it is, where he does that. Knick Knack shot forward, tackling Eddie Hargrove into the tree line. Let's just do that. Give a clown your toes. Scroll up. I wrote a Knick Knack bit too. All right, hang on. Knick Knack snapped your back, chomping on a bone, slurping marrow all the way home. I'm gonna throw this up here at the top also. Hang on here. Hang on. Snap your back, chomping on a bone, slurping marrow all the way home. I like that. Actually, you forgot where we're at? All right. Where can I get the full story? It'll be up on the channel. I will post it. Community story or community campfire story, Knick Knack, and then I'll link to this at the end of it so people can see how we wrote the story. Exactly, Pam. That's what I'm saying. It's absolutely brilliant. That was fantastic. Knick Knack, Paddywhack, give a clown a nose. Yes. This is so gnarly. I love it. Yeah. I don't like slurping marrow. How smart are these kids? What are you talking? The kids aren't the ones saying it. Lazy. It's just like old wives' tales or, the horror stories people tell their children kind of thing. It's not the kids singing it. No, let's do Jimmy. He tackles Jimmy Hoffmeyer into the tree line. I'm just going to go ahead and say all the boys scattered aside from. Okay, I can go ahead and end it right now. Like, I see everything fully in my head, but I don't just want to do that because I want it to be a community effort. But here's what I kind of see happening. All the boys gather aside from Eddie Hargrove. Eddie grabs the cable from the generator, loops it around Knick Knack's head, pulls him back into the fire, and then unscrews the cap from the generator and knocks over the generator. Knick Knack goes up in flames. But that way we don't get like the head rolling down the hill or any of that. Or actually, it could be a flaming fucking clown monster running after these kids. But kids are the one who did the Lizzie Borden rhyme, jump rope rhymes. That's fine. But the kids aren't in this one. That's hilarious. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. He should be wearing a black leather jacket with a clown on the back. Go for it, Gabriel. I'd love to figure out. Should I just go ahead and wrap it up? And then we could literally we could jump cut after that, So Eddie thinks he's won. The kids are, the other boys are running away. Eddie thinks he's won, but then Knick Knack rises and just this fiery fucking clown. And then Eddie screams, jump cut to people finding the floating heads and Carl's head rolling down the hill. I don't know. You have him get up after he is on fire and start running. Then a kid hits him with a stick and his head rolls. That'd be cool too. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Gabriel. Jump cut, page break. Ooh, pops up like a Jack in the Box. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so all right, here we go. Knick Knack shot forward, tackling Jimmy Hoffmeyer into the tree line. All the boys scattered aside from Eddie Hargrove. Eddie, moving fast, grabbed the generator cable at his feet. And looped it over Knick Knack's head as the creature tore his friend to bits. Eddie tugged the clown off balance and jerked him backward into the glowing embers of the dying fire. Yeah, the police could find it, whatever. Oh, the clown could be like a little burnt up toy. That's Excelsior. That's good. That's really good. And at the end, it could be like, what the fuck is that? It's some kid's toy. It's all burnt up. Just, we'll take it with us, part of the crime scene. Whatever, some shit like that. Now I'm thinking of another book. I don't want to spoil, but like one of the kids becomes the clown. I don't know. I kind of like what Excelsior said about the he just going back to normal, like now that it's all over. Yeah, Haley back on it. Yeah. Hang on. Eddie quickly unscrewed the lid of the gas tank on the Jenny, whatever. Then kicked it over. Acrid gasoline flooded through the detritus on the forest floor. Acrid gasoline flooded through the detritus on the forest floor, racing toward the clown atop the embers. The clearing went up in a whoosh. Eddie was thrown back into the trees. Singed but alive. You love clowns that make you feel scary? Yeah. Yeah, Excelsior's is really, really fucking good. The clown can be becoming a toy at the end, and him would be singing the rhyme as the cops, look down like, what the fuck? I love this. Um, Proudly, Eddie watched the clown burn. Now we go to Haley's. From the Blazing Inferno is kind of redundant and it's kind of repetitive. So let's just go from the Inferno. Ooh, from the Maw of the Inferno, Nick screeched and jingled. Nick screeched and jingled. One by one, the boys who'd fled rejoined Eddie at his side. When is the sympathetic origin story of the clown coming out? I do like a good sympathetic villain story, but I don't think we're going to get it with this one. The little footsteps and the little toy, but the cops don't put two and two together. We might could do something like that. Oh boy! Knick-knack raged as he rose from the blaze. That was me doing the voice. I do voices all the time. I love doing voices. Oh boy! Knick-knack raged as he rose from the blaze. Oh shit, said Eddie as the flaming clown fell as the flaming clown was on them. Staggered forward, leaving scorched earth in its wake. The clown is missing his nose. Someone finds it and puts it back on. Toy laughing. Thus it can come back at police station. That'd be cool as a follow up. That'd be very cool. Maybe the police find the crime scene, but a family camping at the burnt clown near their own camp. That's a good idea, Jimmy. Ding Dang said, "Why are you running? I just want a hug." I think I'm going to do the jump cut right here, though. Oh shit, said Eddie as the flaming clown staggered forward, leaving scorched earth in its wake. All right. Stop it. All right. I just want to hug all your intestines. All right. How many days should pass before A week later. What about a week later? A week later. Ellipses. After none of the boys we'll get to that after, because I want to do what wait a second, what Jimmy said, and then we can possibly do a sequel with what you said, Pam. After none of the boys returned home from their trip, the police were sent out to survey the campsite. Oh, I ate all my snacks. Yeah. Ooh, I gotta go. She'll gonna be mad. After none of the boys returned home from their trip, the police were sent out to survey the campsite, where they found nothing of the boys, but aside from their heads, each head floated peaceably from thin string tied off to a blackened tree stump. Little more than simple balloons. Every head was missing its nose. Gotcha nose. Okay, a week later, after none of the boys returned home from their trip, the police were sent out to survey the campsite, where they found nothing of the boys aside from their heads. Each one floated, yeah, not too much head. That's the only time you ever hear me say that, sports fans. Each one floated peaceably from thin string tied off to a blackened tree stump. Little more than simple balloons. Little more than fleshy balloons. Every head was missing its nose. A few campsites away, a family of 4 were setting up their tent when their son noticed something small at the tree line. Mommy, what's that? What's what? Asked the mother. That, right there. The boy pointed to what appeared to be a small clown, small toy clown, leaned up against a tree. It's all burnt up, said the boy's sister. Ugly son of a bitch, ain't it? said Dad. Speak language, said the mother. And hang on. And we go. Copy. Calliope music began to play. Scratchy and no, tinny as an old radio show. Then it spoke. Knick-knack, snapped your back, chomping on a bone, slurping marrow all the way home. Oh boy. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work for now. I'm done. That'll work for now. Save. But it's flash fiction too. It's not even 1,000 words yet. But we can do more with it. We'll get it right. So y'all want me to go ahead and read the whole thing right now, and then we can decide. Not decide. Or do you want to wait until next time when I can put like some more production quality into it? Fleshy balloons, eyeless with slack open mouths hung wide. I like that. Hang on, let me put that in here. Ooh, we could do that too. From their There's so many ways we can do this. Little more than fleshy balloons with slack open mouths. Hung wide. Every head was missing its nose. The wind gusted, inflating their cheeks. Ooh. Okay. Just finished Mr. Mercedes. Awesome. Okay. All right. I think I'll read it at the end of next week's game night. And then we'll do whatchamacallit. Then I'll do an audiobook recording of it once we get it down to what we want. And then I'll send everybody a copy of it, just like a PDF or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll even make an ebook file. But anyways, I got to go. I am already over time. You got to make some music for it. That'd be fucking awesome, Excelsior. That would be amazing. Please. All right. So thank you guys once again for joining me. This was a hell of a lot of fun. I can't wait to do it again. We will actually play a game next week. I have a game in mind. We will play a game next week. And then at the end, I will read our story. And then we will move on from there. Yes. Well done, everyone. Thank you for all the fantastic stuff. Love your faces. But until next time, all hail the chair. Dun, 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 dun.